Okay, hello everyone. So, this is another lesson video that I wanted to share with you guys. This lesson in particular is the first lesson in the Hi Friends 1 textbook. So this is the first English lesson that new grade 5 students would get with an ALT. Or at least from my experience, this is what I did with my students. So, this is basically what the lesson is, like the grammar point. It's literally just hello. And as you go in, it shows like hello from all the different countries, like how to say hello. And then going further, it has, okay, so the next one is how are you? So it doesn't, I don't think it's a part of the textbook, but the other grammar points with this lesson is my name is and nice to meet you. So these two, I added it to my lesson because my Japanese teachers tend to kind of group these grammar points together. So, okay, now the lesson itself. So the first thing I would do is come in and I would put my name card up on the chalkboard. I would put my katakana name up compared to the Romaji one because these students don't know Romaji yet. So this is what I would put up, and then I guess depending on the class, like for this class, these lessons in particular, I did my self-introduction first. So that's why I have my flag from Canada and I have some pictures about Jessica Sensei. So I'd first do a quick introduction. I didn't really do any games or anything this time around. Like the first time I came in, I took the whole lesson to do my introduction. But I found students are a lot more reactive if you keep things in smaller doses. So I did my self-intro for maybe about 10 minutes, and then I jumped right into the lesson, which included their self-intro. So how the lesson would start is I didn't have a warm-up game for this because this is their first, I guess, attempt at English, and I don't want to overwhelm them right away. Like most students know how to count or how to say hello, but there are some students that do not know what hello is, or they can't count to 5 or whatever, right? So that's why it's really important to start easy, just to build their confidence, right? So the first thing I did, again, was I gave each student my understand cards. So on the back it's in Japanese, and the front it's in English. So yes, so, and no, if they understand. So I explained those, and then I jumped right into the lesson. So the first thing I would do is I would say hello, and I would write this on the board. So I wouldn't write this stuff yet. It would only be hello, and I'd turn to the students and I'd ask, do you know this? And usually there's one student who must study English outside of school because they read that as hello, and then all the other students start saying hello, and then I'm like, okay, good, that's perfect. So this is hello. Do you know hello in Japanese? And then I see if they can translate it, and the teachers translate hello to like konnichiwa, and then after I get them to repeat me a few times. And I actually noticed it's really fun if you, pardon me, if you say hello in like really funny voices, the kids will mimic you in that funny voice and they'll have a really good time. Or you can change the speed. So I'd go hello, 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 and just go like super fast and have them repeat me. So I really enjoyed that. And then the next thing I would do is write, okay, I would turn to the students and I would say, okay, now level up, level up. And then I'd write, my name is blank. And I would put my name card right where that blank is, and I would say, my name is Jessica. Do you know this in Japanese? So I'd get them to translate it, and then I'd get them to repeat me. Now, usually I'd say, my name is Jessica, and then I'd get the students to say what their name is, but they say, my name is Jessica too, and the teacher starts laughing and they start calling all their students Jessica, and then they understand. So the second time around, they'll say, my name is, and say their name. And then after, I say, okay, level up, level up. And then by then they understand level up means like just adding more to their plate. The last thing I write down is nice to meet you. And I get the students to see if they can read this one. There might be a student who can, there might be no one who can, and that's when I would say, nice to meet you. And I would get somebody to translate it for me. I'd get the students to translate that. And then we would practice it a few times, and then I'd say, okay, now let's practice 1, 2, 3. Okay, so please repeat after me. Hello, they'd repeat. My name is, they would repeat. Nice to meet you, they would repeat. And then I'd say, okay, now 1, 2, 3 together. Hello, my name is, nice to meet you. So we would say it over and over again until the students were fairly confident about that. So once I felt that they were confident about these 3 phrases, I'd move on to the race game. So how this race game works is I would get the students to, I would say, okay, chop. And I would, the students on this side of the classroom and the students on this side of the classroom, I'd get them to move their desks to the side. So usually, because it's their first lesson in English, they don't understand a lot of commands. So I'd say, tsukue, move, tsukue, change, brrr, and then I just like make a noise to part the ways, and then they get it. So then, this is Jessica Sensei, and this is the teacher I'm with. And the students would make 2 teams, so Team A, Team B, and it would literally be like 12 or 13 students, depending how many kids are in the class. But I only drew like 4 and 5, but yeah. Okay, so anyways, the teacher would say hello, and the first student would say hello back, and when they were done, they'd run to the back, and the next student would come forward. The teacher would say hello, and the student would say hello back, and then they'd run back. And same with this one. So they're doing it at the exact same time, and basically when all the students have gone through, they raise their hands, and then those are the champions. Now how we did this was, the first one we did was only hello. The second round would be hello, my name is. The third round would be hello, my name is, nice to meet you. And this way, they're saying it like, by the third round where they have to say all 3, they would have said these 2 twice already, so that's more ingrained in their brain. And then nice to meet you is a little bit easier to handle because they hear everyone else doing it. But anyway, so this race game usually only took maybe 10 minutes or so, so it's a very quick game. And reviewing this plus my intro took another 20 minutes, so that leaves about 10 minutes left to do something else. Because the students, you know, they have fun with this, but doing it over and over again can get a little bit boring. So immediately after this, I'd say, okay, now depending on your class setup, you can either get your students to stand in a circle or move their desks in a circle, and then I'd say, okay, let's play hot potato. And I would use these soccer balls. I got them from the dollar store for like $1 each, and they're super soft, which is like really nice and safe for kids. So they chuck them at each other because they're soccer balls. But anyway, so as the music's playing, so I have a CD here inside here with music. One song that they really, really like is Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars, and I forgot the other guy's name, but they really like that song. So I'll start playing it, and then the students will pass. Now, the first time I did this, I just had them pass to random people, and they would only pass to the same people over and over again. So then I changed the rules so that they have to stand in a circle, and they pass it from person to person to person. That way everybody gets a chance, right? And then depending on the teacher, sometimes I would stop the music or they would stop the music to see who would talk. So anyways, when the music stops, whoever has the ball, they would say, hello, my name is, nice to meet you. And then everyone would clap. Now some classes were a lot more advanced at their English, so this was second nature to them. So instead of saying, hello, my name is, nice to meet you, I got them to say something that they like. So I like whatever sports, I like animal, I like food, anything that they like. of course, depending on the levels. So if they really need practice with this, it's a good idea just to stick with that grammar. But anyways, yeah, so that's basically my hello lesson. It seemed to work fairly well for most classes because it's a nice and easy start to the English language. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!